Wait, would you send the fax out to the Premier League clubs telling them to bugger off? None of our players are for sale. It's unbelievable. Hello? Torres, how's the broken leg, mate? Oh, right, that is Toro, isn't it? Well, how can I help you? A transfer request? What? No, I reject it. For the same reason that I rejected Arsenal's bid in the first place, mate. I want to keep you. Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South. It is season 12, episode 8 today, and we have Dundee United in the Scottish Cup and then Rangers in the league in a game that if we win, we've essentially wrapped up the league title in January, so that is absolutely massive. Now, the January window is ongoing. We haven't lost anybody, but we have received a transfer request from Alfredo Torres. Now, it says he's unhappy a move to Chelsea was blocked. He was already unhappy because we blocked a move to Arsenal from him. He's been absolutely brilliant for us this season. I have zero interest in selling him. So, yeah, hopefully this will all just pass once the January window is closed, but we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it down the bottom here. 4 appearances, 3 goals in the Champions League this season. Absolute class. Really, really good player. Now, speaking of a really good player who's absolute class, Makrayev has only gone and won the FIFA Under-21 Player of the Year again. So back-to-back, there's not many players who have won it 2 seasons in a row. This Ahmed Paksoy has won it 3 times in a row, so he's quite special. He's almost as good as Ayrton, isn't he, as a right-back. The only other one in really recent times is Pedri. Won it twice in a row at Arsenal, but outside of that, there's not many that have won it 3. There are no others that have won it 3 times in a row, 2 times in a row. So that is elite level stuff from our wonderful Makrayev. Now, that's pretty much everything off the field caught up on. If you want to have a look at all the bids we've been getting, linked to the Discord, I've posted them all in there. They're just Premier League clubs, Bayern Munich, Dortmund, who else? Hertha, PSG, all the ones you'd expect have been bidding for our players. We're not selling any of them, though. There's a lot to catch you up on off the field. Of course, we left off, on the field, sorry. We left off last time with a beautiful Betfred Cup win against Celtic. First game to catch you up on was facing Celtic in the league. We took an early lead when Bowl picked out Spence. Dogan crossed for Bowl to get our second. And Alvarez and Arvik combined to make it 3-0. Celtic pulled one back late on. And then got a second in stoppage time. So the score here does flatter them massively. We were never really in danger of dropping points. 89th and 95th minute stoppage time goal there. There was 94 minutes added on, so it was essentially the last kick of the game. But obviously it makes it look a little bit closer than it could have been. But I think we just kind of clocked off a little bit, to be honest. But it's fine, we got the win. And the next game was against Ross County. We had an early lead after a flowing attack was finished by Bowl. Ross County were quickly level. But an own goal restored our lead. Daniel Walker crossed for Bowl to get our third. Before a goalkeeping error allowed Spence to make it 4-1 at half-time. Turpy picked out Spence for our fifth. But Ross County got a second. Before a Daniel Walker stunner completed the scoring. So we were very, very good in this game, attacking almost at will, maybe clocked off a little bit defensively a couple of times. They did miss a penalty. Actually, it was saved by Burstick, but yeah, a penalty that could have been converted that wasn't. But you take that out of their XG and you can see how comfortable the game was, even though they did score 2. We were quite brilliant. And yeah, Spence, Bowl, Dogan, Walker at the front quartet there. Class, absolute class. Next up, it is Hearts in the league. Daniel Walker got the only goal. So a strange game, this one. We weren't great, but we were never really in danger either, especially the goal came in the 9th minute. And they never really looked like threatening us. I do wonder if it was a little bit of a tight performance. The likes of Rojas, Mihai, and I mean, Angus is coming back to fitness, Arvik as well, that play a lot of games to keep them happy. They weren't great. So I wonder if it's just a little bit of fatigue in this one. But yeah, that was comfortable, but it was certainly not our greatest performance. The next game to catch you up on in the league again is Motherwell. We fell behind in the opening minute. Diev pulled us level before ball crossed for Dogan to seal the points. So we made hard work of this one. Outside of the first minute, the opening seconds, they really didn't threaten us at all. And we deserved to win the game. We just made a little bit of hard work of it. Again, you can see Rojas, Mihai, Arvik didn't play particularly well. Spence, a bit of an off day in front of goal as well. But ultimately, again, we got the win. That's what matters. The next game to catch you up on in the league was Dundee United. We fell behind early. Arkvik crossed for goal to get us level just after half-time. And Arkvik was again involved for Spence to put us ahead. Before ball found Spence to seal the points. So we were really, really poor in the first half of this one. Second half, we were absolutely magnificent. You can see from the XG tracker, we did create chances in the first half, but we never really looked like scoring. But second half, we knuckled down and got the job done. They did go down to 10 men. We were already 2-1 up at that point. So, the result, I think, was already the tide had turned. So that was fine. Final game in the league to catch you up on was against Hibs. Ball gave us an early lead. Daniel Walker got our second. And Bucchiano our third. Hibs pulled one back before Mihai played in Daniel Walker to seal the win. So very, very good performance from us this one. Daniel Walker looking really, really good. Him and Bowl, absolute form of their lives right now. And we played really, really well, which is excellent. So let's have a look at what it means for the table. And that combined with Rangers, you can see dropping a few points. We are now 12 points clear of them, 24 games played. And it does feel like a little bit of a matter of time before this league is wrapped up. But if they get it back to 9 points, you could argue the league is technically still alive. But if we beat them today, or even if we don't lose to them, I'd be really shocked if they beat us from here anyway, but we should get this done relatively comfortable. But first up, it is the Scottish Cup. You can see we've got a non-league team if we were to get past Dundee United here, and we are at home, so let's see what we're doing. And we're expecting a more defensive 4-3-3 from them. Now, that's how they played against us in the league when we faced them not that long ago. There's some good news is Makrayev is just back fit. So we're going to give him the start here. And he probably won't play the whole game, but we'll just suddenly ease him back into action. Though the way Bowl's playing, to be honest, he's almost second choice, which is a ridiculous thing to say. But Bowl has been that good. So Bursic in goal. It's Rojas, Bucchiano, Divev, and Ayrton as the back four. Mihai and Almarez in midfield. Makrayev, Torres, and Arkvik. Ali Spence goes up top. And we'll get an idea here of how Torres is going to play while he's unhappy. Hopefully it'll be just as well as he plays when he is happy. Okay, so we can see the team sheets there. I don't recognise any names. I recognise a few names, but no one that we've had at our club. What do we want to say to this? Put on a worthy display. All right, I can get on board with that. We've got a nervous Almarez. We've got an unsure Torres. So that could be potentially problematic, though they've both become motivated now. All right, and here we go. Recent form is good. We've had a lot of bids coming in for most players, to be honest. I think Ayrton has had a sizable bid. I think Bucchiano, Mihai have both got over 50 million. I think Almarez may have as well. Ultimately, I just don't want to sell anybody, and so I'm not going to. But I think the funniest bid we had, we was getting bids of 40, 50 million for Mihai from sort of Bayern Munich, Liverpool. I think Barcelona may have bid it for him at one point. And then Watford came in with like 18 million bid from Mihai. And I just I almost accepted it just. But that was the funniest bid I think that we had. Here we go. Makrayev. Can he win it back? He's done brilliantly. Oh, he hasn't missed a step while he's been out injured. Cross in towards nobody really. Rojas will pick it up for Almarez. Back out to Rojas. Rojas had some bids as well coming actually. Some 30-odd million bids. I think Man United. Ali Spence out off the post. Man United and somebody else. Tottenham have been interested in a lot of our players. Aston Villa put in a big bid. I think it might have even been for Alvarez. But yeah, well, as I said, I don't want to sell anybody, so I'm not going to. But most players, strangely enough, not Makrayev, though he was injured, but most players have had bids come in. So the fact that it's only Torres that is upset is maybe a bit of a minor miracle. Here we go. Ayrton on the overlap. Can he find Ali Spence? A nice cross in, do a wonderful job. Spence! Oh, Ali Spence. Number 30 of the season. Now, Conan Ong's record, and I can't remember if it was a league record or sort of across all competitions, but 34 goals was his record. Now, this won't count as a league goal, obviously, but 30 goals in, we'll call it late January. I think it's the 23rd. Ali Spence is going to set a brand new record for this club, surely, if he stays fit. The one concern maybe, Johnny Angus has done his usual loss of form that he tends to go through every season. So that's not great, but I mean, the players around him are scoring, so it's not the end of the world, but yeah, obviously not ideal. Here we go, Arkvig. Nice ball from Mihai. Mihai is spraying passes around as well. Makrayev! Oh, it's off the post again. Bukiano will pick it up. And well, let's try demand more. Alvarez is looking apprehensive for some reason. We do have Rushfeld on the bench, so he could make a change if needed, but ideally I don't want to. Here we go with Makrayev. He's not bad, considering he has no match sharpness. He's looking quite good out there, isn't he? Cross comes in, it is headed away. And it's going to get picked up there by Ayrton. Here we go again, Mihai. Good ball for Arkvig, and that pass from Mihai was absolutely stunning. I think that's at a 7th of the season for Arkvig, but the pass from Mihai was just world class. Ayrton wins it back, though he's under no pressure to do so. Gives it to Mihai. Look at that. On his foot, he barely had to break stride. Just had to stick his foot out and guide it home. What a pass from Mihai. Doesn't matter, it wasn't given us offside, so it's absolutely fine. We'll give him some praise. And let's see if we can go and put this to bed before half-time here. In terms of signing players, we had add-ons for Muros and Emma Russo. I think that Muros one was about 1.5 million, and the Emma Russo one was a little bit more. It was 3.5, I think. So that has made a bit of a dent in our transfer budget. It was 13 million. It's down now to 8. So, yeah. I mean, I can't remember who I was trying to sign at the time doing the add-ons. If it was the 50 appearance thing that I usually have as an add-on to try and get the initial fee down in case someone doesn't work out or we sell them on. Arkvik in again, and Arkvik has a second goal, an 8th now, and we are ripping Dundee United to smithereens. So this is looking very, very comfortable. The concerning thing is Torres only playing a 6-6 despite 3 goals being scored. Though he's doing his part in there, isn't he? He's not sulking. He's just not. It's a bit of a defensive error, actually, that one, isn't it? Stevens with a do I clear it or not? And all he did was let it run for Arkvik, essentially. There is actually no assist on that. It has been given as basically Stevens maybe did get a touch on it. But we're coming up to half-time. There's no one on the bench I really need to give game time to. We will take Makrayev off at some point to make sure that we ease him back in. We'll point our finger. We want to say don't get complacent here. So that's more or less worked. Ellie Spence is looking demotivated. Not happy with you. That motivates him. There we go. Bookie, everybody else is motivated. So we'll just go back out. It isn't the youngest bench. The reason for that is it's a cup game. There's no room for mistakes, basically. So I wanted to have a strong bench in case we found ourselves in a position where we needed to make changes to get the result. But obviously that doesn't look like it's going to be a problem for us. Ali Spencer's walked through the defence, and they just about get back to prevent him adding a 4th for us. Makrayev now with the corner. See what he can do. Back post towards Divev, and it is cleared away again for another corner. But yeah, I don't know if there's going to be any signings. I thought I'd found a goalkeeper, like an ancient goalkeeper who was at Newcastle in 36, and his contract was up at the end of the year. And I just wanted to scout him because he was going to be on big money. And in the time it took me to scout him, I don't know if Newcastle sacked their manager and got a new guy in. But he'd gone from being transfer listed and out of contract to signing a new extension. So that was a little bit annoying. So it looks as though it's going to be Bursic. If we're going to win the Champions League this year, it looks like it's going to be with Bursic in goal. But there's still about a week to go of the window, so I'll keep looking. But I don't hold any great hope, to be honest. We're at the hour mark. It might be time for Makreyev to part company with us. So we'll get Thomas Bowl on for him out there. There's Makreyev with a header, and he hits the crossbar as his last action. Bucchiano not having a great game, but that's okay because we're keeping a clean sheet. There's probably not much for him to do back there. And as I say that, he might have something to do now. Divev crosses it in. It's Rojas, can't win the header, but Bursic claims the header. Now, was that the highlight? Possibly not. Here we go, Bucchiano. The ginger Italian striding forward. Arkvik looking for the run of Ali Spence. Oh, it's an absolute howler at the back for Dundee United. And Ali Spence has number 31 of the season. Well, that's a little bit unfortunate, if we're honest. I'm going to take Torres off. I'm going to get Johnny Angus on it. We'll go Kosei. But Johnson clears it into the face of Miller, and it just falls beautifully for Spence. That is 4-0. That is job done. And Mihai on a booking. I wonder if we take him off as well and give Rushfeldt a run. Yeah. We'll do that. All right, let's see if we can get number 5 now. What sort of a score can we run up here? Here we go again with Arkvik. Arkvik for Spence. Is Spence's hat-trick on here? Spence with the dink, and he's just put it over the crossbar. Spence, as you would imagine, is drawing interest from all sorts of clubs. Paris, Barcelona, they all want him. Haven't actually had a bid, though, which always makes me a little bit concerned. There's going to be some sort of mammoth bid coming on deadline day, but again, no release fee. We don't have to sell, so we're not going to. The only issue is that if someone becomes unhappy and sort of stops trying and gets a bit of a sulk on, but it should be fine. We're doing our very best to keep everybody happy. In terms of playing time, I've still only had to offer the 3 promises to Bucchiano, Divev, and Mihai. Everybody else is happy, and there's a good ball for Thomas Bowl. Can Thomas Bowl get another one? Thomas Bowl unleashes a rocket, and it's still there. Ali Spence will not score an easier goal this season. That's his hat-trick. It's a 32nd of the year now, and I don't know if Bowl gets the assist, but he is closing in on, again, it's not a league game, but he's closing in on the Premiership record for assists. He's been absolutely brilliant. I don't know if he's going to get an assist for that. It's like an own goal of assist, isn't it? Technically, it was on target for Spence, but it's hit the defender. Oh, he does get the assist. Nicely done, Thomas. But everybody's complacent, and we've got a corner now. Bowl whips it in. Decent one. It's headed away at the back post. Dogan is there. And let's see what becomes of this. Rushfeldt to Divev. Alvarez. Bucchiano to Arkvik. Arkvik looks to take on his man. He does him quite comfortably in the end. He has a go himself. And it is saved behind for a corner. I have used all my subs, haven't I? Yeah. Bowl to take the corner. Another one. Oh, it's Bucchiano, and he's put it just wide. Although the commentary, I think, said comfortably wide, so maybe I was being a bit kind to him there. Another highlight. And Ayrton wins that. I mean, Dundee United have not looked particularly good here, but we've played well, haven't we? I think just like one-on-one battles, I think our players are just too good for their players, and they're sort of winning those one-on-one battles, which is making it maybe look a little bit easier, or a little bit better maybe than our actual play has deserved. But here we go again with Ali Spence to Dogan. Dogan looking for Arkvik. It's cleaned up nicely there, but the goalkeeper just gives it straight back. We'll have another go. Here it comes, Thomas Bowl, and the goalkeeper. Now, the linesman's put his flag up there. What's that for? I'm assuming offside. Thomas Boll offside. I don't know if I agree with that, but it doesn't matter what I think, unfortunately. We're into stoppage time. We've got a free kick here. Can we get hit them for 6? Thomas Boll lips it in, and it is 6. It is Ali Spence with his 4th, a 33rd of the season. I'll have to go and check now if the on record is 34 in all competitions or just in the league. But yeah, I mean, when Spence is scoring unmarked headers at the back post, you've got to ask some questions of your defence, haven't you? So there we go, 6-0 against Dundee United, a 10 from Spence, a 9.1 from Arkvik, and a very good performance from everybody else as well. So we will say don't get complacent, but that was very good. So 6 of the best for Queen of the South, and of course we've now host a non-league side in the next round. That could get ugly, couldn't it? But there we go, Spence with 4 goals. That is absolute class from him. And the record, the goal-scoring record, most league goals in a season is from Jimmy Gray from the 1920s. It's a record that's over 100 years old that is surely going to fall, but the actual goals by a player in a season, well, for whatever reason, I don't know why it's not Jimmy Gray if he got 37 in the league. But anyway, Conan Ong, but that record is definitely going to go. How many goals does Spence have in the league this season? Let's have a quick look at that. Okay, so in the league, Ali Spence has 24 goals from 16 games. He is just on fire, isn't he? So we'll see what happens. 37, still a fair way away, but you wouldn't back him not to get it, would you? He's been absolutely brilliant. All right, guys, wait right there. We will be playing in the league next. Spence will be starting up front, and we'll be hosting Rangers. Okay, welcome back. Now, we have had the biggest bid we've ever had, I think, in the Impossible Dream history. 71 million Liverpool have bid for Mihai. Well, again, he's not going anywhere. He is a wonderful, wonderful footballer, but when you start getting bids that much, you do start to think about it, I've got to be honest. We are a few records teetering away here. As we know, Ali Spence is 1 away from equaling, 2 away from breaking the record of Conan Ong for overall goals in a season, but we know 37 for whatever reason is the old record of the club anyway, so that's at least what he's got to do. And Boll is joint on assists now with Palestri as 14th. Now, this is a league record. This is not a club record. So Thomas Boll could go. Oh, no, he's only 11. I'm a little bit confused by this, but it's okay. So he has 14, and the record is not 14. The record is 16. Anyway, it's confusing, but he's getting close to getting there. But let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here. Rangers, 12 points behind us in the league. We're expecting a bus park from them, a 4-1-4-1 formation. And this is the team that we're sending out. It is the same team I think we're going to go with. There's 1 or 2 changes. So it's Bursik in goal. It is Rojas, Bukiano, Diev and Ayrton. Roosevelt comes in with Mihai in midfield. Makrayev, Torres, Arkvik and Ali Spence up top. Boll is on the bench, so he could get the assist record, though he'll do well to get it off the bench, to be honest. All right, what do we want to say to this pickup? No, just relax. Let's put on a worthy display. Let's go with that. Let's fist pump. I think I did say before the ad break there we were hosting them. We're actually not. We're at Ibrox. All right, and here we go. Anything other than defeat, I think we can unofficially crown ourselves champions. A defeat would obviously be a little bit annoying, but I mean, they very much look like a team that has come to park the bus, don't they? See if we can get that bus out of the way nice and early here. Torres with a little bit of space. Mihai, there's an overlapping run from Rojas. Rojas to the byline, crosses it back, and it's an own goal. Is it? No, Petar Arvik has scored it. It may have gone in off the defender, but it's been given to Arvik. It's the 4th minute. We're 1-0 up. And, well, Rojas did really, really well there, didn't he? Mihai, unsurprisingly, picking out the run. I think he's got X-ray vision, does Mihai. Yeah, it wasn't in off the defender, but it's been given to Arvik, obviously going inside the far post. So there we go, 1-0. And that is a wonderful thing. If we can get a second goal now, that would be good. We've got some defending to do first. Ball in. It is not the best we've ever defended a set piece, and we might need to work on that a little bit before Paris Saint-Germain. Which is a tie I am increasingly nervous about, I've got to say. Let's demand a bit more here. Mihai looking nervous isn't great. The window is still opened as well. It's, I think we're January 29th, so we've got another day or 2 to survive. There are some relatively big bids coming in for our guys. I think Torres is getting up towards the £40 million mark as well. I did actually have a look. I think he actually got over 40 million. I can't remember who it was. It might have been, I can't remember who made the bid. But anyway, I I did have a look to see, you know, if I was to sell him, given that he's unhappy, is there someone we could get in? There is a kid at Barcelona that would be willing to join us, but he has a £75 million release fee, and I don't really want to weaken us at this point. So I don't know that we'll be selling Torres. We'll hope that once the window is closed, he realizes that he's actually quite a good club as it is. Rushfeldt goes all the way back there to Divev. Torres. Ayrton, back to Rushfeldt. Torres to Ayrton. Ball forward for Makraev, and just doesn't quite have his goal-scoring boots back yet, does he? It's not been a great performance from us, if I'm honest. You know what we might do, given how they're playing? Let's just take our time a little bit more. Lower that tempo down. And just try and move him around a little bit. Goalkeeper with possession. Lumps it forward. Divev is there. But Mihai gets caught out a little bit. Bukiano then gets caught out. And Bursic, I don't know if he had it covered or not, but it's gone wide, so it's fine. All right. Here we go with an attacking throw. Late in the first half, Makraev back to Ayrton. Back to Makraev. Ayrton's finding himself in space. Now there's the ball for Ali Spence, and it's at post. Goalkeeper may have got a hand to it. I might be doing you a little bit of a disservice there, but, well, it was a chance, wasn't it? And when Ali Spence gets in front of goal, you tend to just expect him to stick it away. But anyway, half-time, 1-0 it is. Not our greatest performance. We're capable of better. We'll go with that. Of course, usually when we're in front, I like the don't get complacent, but we'll ask for a little bit more from them. See if we can get it. We'll demand more as well. Rojas with a throw. Arkvik loses out, and here come Rangers, and I have just a bit of a bad feeling about the way this game is trending at the moment. There's the ball in, and it's just over the top. All right, so what can we do to try and change things here? It's out of possession that we're struggling a little bit, isn't it? So let's try the higher line, and let's try forcing them inside. They are trying to play with wingers, so maybe if we do that, it'll make them a little bit less effective. I mean, they've outplayed us here, which, to be, as I said last episode, doesn't happen all that often that we get outplayed. Okay, well, we've got a corner here. Makraev to take. It's a good one. It's off the bar from Arkvik. All right, Torres is going to come off for Kosei. Spence will stay on. Let's try a praise and see if that works. Yeah, just a little bit nervous. All right, Bukiano, I'm going to take you off, mate. We're going to get Walker on. Get the captain on. He's not going to be on the cover. And this is what happens when I veer away from my tried and trusted halftime team talks. It is away by Mihai. Can we go and win this ball back? It is away by Ayrton. Rushfeldt has it. Does nicely. I thought he gave it away there, but in the end he did quite brilliantly. Here we go with Arkvik now in a wide area. Arkvik, can he beat his man? He plays it through for Spence. Now who's at the back post? No one as of yet. Dogan has it. Mihai. Makraev makes a run. Is he onside? Makraev with the header, and again it's just over the top. And we're going to get Thomas Bolon out there and see what he can do. Again, just easing Makraev back into fitness. Oh, it's a penalty, is it? Arkvik's gone down. Well, it's one of those. It's a penalty or a dive, isn't it? And given that he's on a booking, you'd certainly hope he didn't dive. All right, we play it out from the back. That's not particularly good. And they've sprung it in behind here, and Bursic has saved us. Let's go back off of attacking. Let's try a focus. And we just need to get through this, really, don't we? Walker heads it clear. All right, let's get... Oh, I've used my subs. It's been an uncharacteristically poor performance from us. But at this point, we just need to see it through. And we're not quite there yet. Rushfeldt is there. That is a risky pass. He gets away with it. It's fine. There we go. Good pressure from Dogan. Looking for Arkvik. Can't find him. We just need to hold possession here, guys. Divev gets back. Does he? No. And there's the equalising goal. And we can have 0 complaints. It has been coming for at least 70 minutes, that one, hasn't it? A poor pass. And Divev got back, but he just underhit. I think he was trying to back pass it. Just clear it, Divev. And we'll give them a late berating here, but everybody's anxious and apprehensive. And yeah, that's one of those where if indeed we take a point here, we do. I think we just take it and run. Because, yeah, that was not good enough. So there we go. We get to say have 0 complaints. We still have our 12-point gap at the top, though, so we're still in an excellent position. But yeah, like I say, that was probably our worst performance of the year, I would say. But guys, that will do it for today. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We'll be back next time. We will get this Champions League underway again. It will be Ross County away. Now, they have sacked their manager again. I don't know if they've appointed a new one yet, have they? Derek Adams, is he a caretaker or is he the... No, he is the actual manager. So they've taken the manager away from Hearts, it looks like. So we'll see how he gets on there. And then it will be the return of the Champions League. We go to Paris. We knocked them out last year. Could we do it again? We'll certainly, hopefully, take a big step towards that next time. Until then, I've been Aussie, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.